It's 3:15, the John Griff Show with Pete Cooper on BBC Radio Northampton. Now, have you ever used or encountered a medium, had a psychic reading? One of the most famous psychics around is Northamptonshire's very own Marcus Starr. Hello, Marcus.
Hello, Pete.
And now, we put you to the test. We sent you out with our shouts from our breakfast show onto the street to give a reading for someone, and we'll hear how you got on.
OK, so we're just running down Abington Street. We've just seen a lady with blonde hair, and I'm about to ask her name. What's your name?
Mary.
Now, Marcus actually said he was drawn to you for some reason. So, Marcus, he's a psychic medium, and he's going to give you a quick 2-minute reading and see if it works for you.
OK, Mary, just bear with me then. As I link in with yourself and also link in with a lovely lady that's around me, I'm very, very drawn to a mother, OK? All right? I feel as if her mother's passed away. Can I ask you, please, is Mum passed away, please?
Yes.
OK, because I feel as if I've got her with me, OK, as I'm linking in, OK. Now, as I link in here, I want to say she would have had lovely, curly, wavy, darkish hair. Do you understand this?
Yes.
OK. And I feel as if as I link in with her energy, her personality would have been quite... would you understand, should have been fairly bubbly. Do you understand this? Okay.
Yes, she was, yes.
Now, my lovely, you do miss your mum very, very much so, don't you? Do you
Very much,
understand
very,
this?
very much, yes.
Now, I want to say to you, please, my lovely, you know, as she passed away, you held her hand, didn't you? Do you understand this? OK, and I want to say thank you for this, all right? But there's also a situation, please. Who's the bald-headed man around you? Would that be Dad, please?
No.
OK, who's the bald-headed guy around you, please?
That could well be my husband.
That's your husband, OK. Because she's saying to me you do get very frustrated with your husband. Do you understand this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
She's saying to me that you love him very, very much, but it's a lot of frustration at the moment, OK?
Yes.
Now, I don't know why she's saying this, but I want to say there's an engagement or some sort of celebration coming up very, very shortly. Would you understand this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And I want to say, is someone putting a ring on someone's finger, please?
Yes, there is,
Because
yeah.
I feel as if I'm looking at a wedding. Do you understand this? Okay.
That's true,
And
yes.
I'm looking at a wedding.
That is.
Okay, but I want to say I'm going towards December, also into next year for the wedding, yeah?
That's
And I
correct.
feel as if there's a lot of happiness coming up for you. I feel quite excited for you, almost with regards to this wedding, as I link in with your mother here. But she's saying to me there's a lot of preparation coming up with regards to this, and there's a lot of there's a lot of outside influences from people that are not so happy with the relationship. Do you understand this?
No, that's correct.
With the relationship with regards to them getting married, it's like half the family wants it, half the family doesn't. Do you understand this, you see? Okay.
Marcus, I'm going to have to stop you there. So, Mary, let me ask you, how did you find that?
That is absolutely correct. Everything he said was correct.
Really?
Absolutely, yes.
And just so the listeners know, we just randomly grabbed you in the street.
Yeah.
We did.
Yes, I was just walking up the middle of the street. Yeah. Thank you.
Now, you were drawn to that lady. Was there a particular reason why?
I'm quite a comical guy as well, it's not about being so serious, there's one thing you learn with, I was laying in the bath last night, let's not be too naughty, and instantly I was drawn with her mother, okay? I was given her name, I was given the description of her mother, and I was given the description of the lady that I had to go towards in around the town centre of Northampton, and this is where I was led towards this lovely lady today.
And so that was about 2.5 minutes or so. If you were doing a reading for someone, how long would it usually be?
It would usually take as long as it takes. There's no sort of time limit, really. I usually allocate an hour for each client, customer, etc. But it depends on what the other side have got to say, and what's coming up for these individuals, yeah.
And we heard there you saying, I'm getting messages and I'm getting things. How do those manifest?
I channel, I link with the spirit world. Even from a young child, when I was 6 years of age, I could hear spirits, I could feel spirit, I smell spirits, and of course all the information that they give me, it just comes through my ears. So it's as if how we're talking here today. It's quite similar to how I talk to loved ones that have passed away. So I hear, feel, see, and we just talk as we are talking today.
And so does that happen all the time? Every time that you're awake, you're communicating?
Yeah, professionally, it shouldn't happen all the time. I should shut myself down. But any other psychics listening, don't listen to this. Cover your ears up. But you know, realistically, you know, although I try to shut myself down to try and, because it's very exhausting being a psychic medium. You know, it takes a lot of exhaustion to run in my life. I'm more happy now that I can actually communicate with spirit and actually work alongside them. So you know, yeah, good.
And then this ability, when did it turn into a kind of full-time occupation?
Okay, full-time 10 years ago. Okay, so it's been quite a long road. We've got a long road ahead. There's quite a lot going on. I'm resident on channel 886 on Sky channel that you can regularly see me on there. And that's it's a channel called Psychic Interactive. I'm actually on there Monday evening, this coming Monday evening, from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning as well. And there's lots of things happening, so it's all going forward, yeah.
And those TV readings, I saw a clip of that. You're on TV, and the people at home they're on the phone to you, aren't they? And they can see you, but you obviously can't see them. Does that affect things?
That's no, it doesn't affect anything. You know, I can do a reading over the phone, but also do a reading face to face to people. I do a lot of paranormal investigations. I've done some work with Derek Akora, and you know, we can work on the lines, we can work face to face, we can work with almost any conditions. You know, even skeptics come along to us, you know, a lot, and obviously that's a challenge. You know, all psychics. You know, if you're a good psychic, you know, we are able to, you know, have challenges, and obviously that's a part of the nature of the job. And you know, we like to, you know, surprise people.
Paranormal investigations, what I'll ask you about in a moment. But you mentioned the skeptics there. There are people who will scoff at what you do, and then say that your abilities aren't real. What do you say to those people?
Well, that's part of the reason why earlier I mentioned to you that, you know, I actually had a breakdown in my early 20s. You know, I'm 32 now. You know, I've come a long way since that, and you know now, you know, it's just you know, we are literally able to challenge the world now, and you know, but we've got to not forget, you know. Ultimately, the reason why I do this job, and I'm sure the psychics are the same, not for ego or not for, you know, ourselves. You know, we do this to help other people. We are there to help people, to bring loved ones through, and we are there as a psychic to actually help people to come to terms with their own life, so deal with their own problems.
Now, I'll ask you this question. I notice on your card you have a cross. You're wearing a cross, so you are a Christian.
Correct, yeah.
And does this marry in with that faith?
Yes, it does. You know, a lot of people would say it doesn't. You know, you know, it's quite a big discussion, that. But yes, I've found out over the years that the more I believe in churches, the cross, the more my fakes I do regularly go to spiritual churches, and obviously the churches, yes.
And you mentioned the paranormal investigations. They have become famous with things like...
It's strange, you know, a couple of months ago I was in a pub in Wales called the Screw It Inn, and that was very daunting. We got there and we done a paranormal investigation, and you know, we literally had chairs you know, going on the tables, and there was no one touching those. So, you know, it's all on footage, it's all there, you know, it's evidence that, you know, afterlife does exist. But ultimately, like I say, you know, it's very, very important that, you know, we are there for people, we are there to help people, and we use clairvoyance in the right way, because there's two ways of obviously using clairvoyance. There's, you know, there's the wrong way, and obviously there's the righteous way. Yeah.
And do you ever get scared or frightened? Do things still scare you or frighten you?
Oh yes, oh most definitely, my friend. You never stop learning, which is, you know, Spirit will say to us, you know, if we get too confident, or, you know, we get too above ourselves, I'll say, right, okay, we'll stop you just there, my friend. You can't go no further. You've got to learn more. And there's always things to learn, you know. And yes, I do get frightened about that, but I also get very, very. You know, I've had lots of things thrown at me in my house. I've had lots of things happen that. spirit have done, which for some people would be quite daunting.